And here's some more information and activities from Boredom Busters, and in particular here finding out about crickets. So we're first of all going to look at grasshopper anatomy, the parts of this particular insect. So we've got the head, and the diagram on the right you can see more detail with the mouth parts, compound eyes, etc. And then the midsection here, the thorax, the equivalent to our chest, but it doesn't particularly have lungs in it the same way that we do, because grasshoppers breathe through holes in both the thorax and the lower part of the body, the abdomen, and oxygen will travel around the whole body in small blood vessels too. Then we have the abdomen, and you can see here the diagram with the gut inside it, Malpighian tubes, and the hindgut with the anus. So the abdomen involved with digestion. It says crickets are about the same size or just bigger than your thumb. They're omnivores, eat both plants and animals, small insects, lichen. And then if we look at the legs, here you're looking at just one side of the legs only, so 6 legs, so it's an insect. And as you look at all the different, or many of the different insect legs, B is the cricket with muscular, able to jump. And grasshoppers don't fly, even though they have these vestigial wings. They jump, and male crickets have notched areas on their wings, what am I thinking, legs, to make the characteristic chirping sounds that you hear to attract insects, females. And more about the compound eye, and it's actually made up of lots and lots of smaller lenses, and to enable the grasshopper to see. And we've got antennae called feelers, used to detect prey and the rest of their surroundings. They're nocturnal. In fact, that's when you hear all the crickets chirping, and when they're feeding, etc. They have their own predators: toads, frogs, lizards, turtles, spiders, and indeed humans. And here you see a variety of them, and some deep-fried crickets that are going to be eaten by humans. And a spider in the bottom right, lizard feeding on a cricket bottom left. And then onto an activity. Strangely enough, you can work out the temperature by the rate of a cricket's chirping. The more chirps with a higher temperature, and so you're going to count the number of chirps in 15 seconds and add 37 to get the Fahrenheit temperature, and yep, you can convert that to Celsius too. So go to the recording that's listed there, and that's a 5-second long recording, so you need the number of chirps in 15 seconds. And then you can listen to how different temperatures affect 3 different crickets. Now, cite here, how can you mimic the sound of one of the crickets on that link? Now, if it were 10 degrees Fahrenheit higher, how would you change the sound that you're mimicking? Or indeed, if it were 15 degrees lower than the one that you started with? So a few activities about crickets. They're well camouflaged, so you have to look really carefully, and more likely to see grasshoppers on the ground than crickets, which are often in trees.